This is Hurlbutt's office. It was her habit to come in here every day and write. You know she wrote over 100 books, and she wrote 21 children's books. So if you haven't ever read any of her books, please consider doing so. This is where she did her writing. She liked to have two desks together so that she could spread out. And young gentlemen, do you know what this is called? What is it called? Oh, I'm so glad that children still know what typewriters are. Sometimes Miss Buck would have a second typewriter in this desk, and she would actually move back and forth, typing one story after another. Miss Buck lived on this property until her death in 1973, and she's buried right down the driveway. Perhaps you saw her grave as you came
Hello,
by.
everyone!
Oh, Miss Buck, my dear friend!
Mrs. Forrest, how many wonderful memories we've had over the
yes.
years.
I hope you don't mind. I'm taking a group of friends to
I'm
your
so
home.
thrilled to see all of you. Thank you for coming here to visit me in my office. I write here every day. I write stories every day, and I wondered, have any of you read any of my stories?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have.
Tell me what you read. Oh my goodness.
I've read lots of things.
Well, that thrills me.
Lots of things.
I didn't know I wrote one named Lots of Things. That's a wonderful
Miss Buck still has your sense of humor,
Thank
don't
you. It's a little bit difficult after all these years.
Well, it's always difficult when we come back from the grave.
It is. 1973 was quite a long time ago now. It really was. Well, friends, I'd like to tell you about my childhood and the way I celebrated Halloween. I didn't celebrate Halloween. My Chinese friends never heard of Halloween. There were no costumes. There was no trick-or-treating. And sadly, no candy. I never celebrated Halloween until I moved back here to the United States and celebrated with my family. And today I decided to wear a costume to please my children. I hope they enjoy it.
You look beautiful, Mother.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm so pleased to hear that. Oh my goodness, I forgot to pick up these papers. Please, I beg your apology. Now remember, I do write every day. And I just took a little time off because I'd like to enjoy the Halloween excitement with my children. So I will clean up these papers later, but I thought you might be interested in hearing about something I wrote. I wrote it as a mother. And it's, oh dear, dear, dear. Oh, here it is over here. Here it is over here. I wrote it for a magazine called Women's Day. Has anyone ever heard of Women's Day? You have, you have. Well, perhaps you read my story. The story I wrote, I entitled, Speaking as a Mother. I'd like to speak to you as a mother right now, and I'd like to tell you a very humorous story about my naughty, naughty boys. I enjoy sculpting, and there's my sculpting studio up there. I had chosen to make the clay heads of my children. And my naughty, naughty, energetic boys, who love to play football, decided to play football. Only, what do you play football with? What's that thing called?
A football.
A football, absolutely. Well, they decided to play football with their clay heads.
That you sculpted?
That I sculpted, and they were broken beyond repair. That is why I call them my naughty, naughty boys. Now, I'd like to enlist your help. I can't be with my boys all the time. They tend to get very, very loud. So if you see them, could you please tell them, quiet down. We don't want to wake the third floor nursery ghost.
They already did.
Too late.
Yeah.
Well, maybe once, but not twice.
All right.
So if you could keep them quiet for me, I would very, very much appreciate it. I'd like to thank you for visiting me here in my office. And I'd like to invite you to have a party. Please share some cider and some gingerbread cookies. And in just a moment, Mrs. Morris is going to help you. But I'd like to thank you for coming today. And I'd like to invite you to come back and visit me again very soon. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.